What's going on, devs? Welcome back to our dev channel. In today's episode, we are going to be building from scratch a vertical slider using our big friend JavaScript. Stick to the end and you will increase your JavaScript skills by coding along. Basically, we have an image on the right and some text on the left, or any kind of content you want. And in the middle, we have those two buttons here. If you click the up, what's gonna happen is one side goes up and one side goes down, but it brings into place the correct text and image. So you can go up, and this project is gonna have 4 different slides. Same logic with the down button. So it's really a cool looking slider. It's another great project that you can add to your portfolio. If you're new here, and you want to increase your web dev skills, subscribe and click the little bell down below so you'll get notified every time I post a new video. Let's get started. Okay devs, let's start really from the beginning, okay? In the beginning we have this folder with these 4 pictures inside of it. Let me show you. You can download those. There is a link down below in the video description, okay? So let's go to the index.html and create our boilerplate. And in here, remember, we need some icons, okay? Let's get those from Font Awesome CDN. Okay, we just copy here. And let's paste in our project. Another thing we need here is a title. Let's say something like the name of the project, okay? Vertical slider, JavaScript, all right? Another thing we need here is a link connecting our HTML to our CSS. So let's have the link here and styles.css. Down below here, close to the closing body, we need a script tag that's gonna point to our JavaScript file, okay? Our app.js. So that's it, that's our HTML boilerplate. All right, devs, down in the body here, we need a container that's gonna go around everything, okay? Our main container. And inside this one, we're gonna have 3 parts, okay? We're gonna have our left slide, the one that's gonna have the text, the right slide, the one with the background pictures, okay? And still in the slide container, we need our buttons, okay? So let's create a container, a div container, class action button. And inside this one, let's create our 2 buttons, okay? Let's create the button. Let's give it a class of down button. And let's grab the class from Font Awesome, okay? All right. This is the first one. Let's copy this one and duplicate. And the second one here is going to be the up button. All right. Let's also change the class here. It's going to be up. So here it is, the buttons. And now we're going to populate the left slide. Okay. For this one, we're going to have a couple of divs. And each one of them is going to have a H1. This one, nature, flower. And also a paragraph, okay, all in pink. As you can see, we have the text here. And we are also having here a inline style, okay, background color. And let's pick a color that's gonna fit with our background picture, okay, simple like that. All right, we have the first one. So all we have to do now is copy this one and paste 3 more times here, down below. And let's change the color and the content, okay? This one is gonna be 2C and 3G for E, mountains, and the paragraph here with it's snow, okay? Let me save, and you can see on the left in real time. Let's change the color of this one to 252 E33, and the text is gonna be the castle. Go to the paragraph here and say in the wideness. And wow, let's go to the last one, okay? This one is 2596 and BE, and the text here flying eagle, and the paragraph something like in the sky, okay? So that's it for the left slide. And now we're gonna move to the right slide, okay? Let's create here a couple of divs. The first one here is gonna have a style, inline style, background image, URL, and this one must fit the last one, okay? So this is gonna be the picture of the flying eagle, okay? The pictures are gonna be down below in the video description, okay? Let's duplicate this one and let's move to the second one. It's still the same folder, image, imponent castle, and the third picture here is gonna be in the mountains, and the last one is gonna fit the first one. It's gonna be nature flower, okay? Jumping right into the CSS, let's start by copying the Google Fonts, okay, the Roboto, and let's also have a CSS reset, okay, box sizing, border box to everything, and let's also get rid of margin and any padding, okay. Next we go to the body, and here in the body let's apply the font, okay. First of all, Roboto, and then sans serif as a callback. The height here is going to be 100 VH, so full screen, okay? Now let's grab our main container, the slider container, okay? And let's set its position to relative because we want to set everything inside this one as absolute, okay? Overflow here is going to be hidden, and we want to make it full screen, so the width is going to be 100 VW, okay? The full width. And the height is also 100 VH, okay? We divide the screen by 100 and we're going to use those 100, okay? Simple like that. Inside our main container, our slider container, we have the left slide, okay? So let's grab this one and shape it, okay? The height is going to be 100 VH. The width here is going to be just 35%, okay? 35% this one, and the one with the picture is going to be 65%, okay? So wider. The position here is going to be absolute, okay? And from the top 0, from the left also 0, all right? And the next step here, we're going to grab the divs inside the left slide, okay? So let's copy this one and paste it here, save some time, and grab the divs, those ones inside the left slide. The height is going to be 100%, so full screen from the top to the bottom. The width is going to be 100%, but 100% of 35%, okay, of its container. The layout here is going to be flex, so from the left to the right in a row. We don't want that, so we change the flex direction to column. They stack on the top of each other, and now we're gonna align those one in the middle with align item center, justify content center. Next step here, we're gonna get rid of this black text and make it white, and let's have color and set the color to white. So let's head to the H1. Now we're gonna grab our H1, okay, our title here. Let's just copy this one and paste down here. And let's start by increasing our font size, okay, to 40 pixels, okay. Let's make it bigger. Let's also add a margin bottom. Right now it's too close to our paragraph, so let's add a 10 pixels margin, okay. And the margin top minus 30 pixels. That was the left side. Now we go to the right side, okay? And we're going to start with the height. Let's set that to 100%. And the position here is going to be absolute, okay? From the top here is going to be 0. And the left, we're going to start at 35%, okay? So we are going to start from right here, okay? From here to the right, okay? It's going to be 65%. And let's now apply the width of 65%, okay? Okay, and now to actually show the pictures, we have to grab those divs, okay? So let's grab those ones, right slide and divs. And let's set some background values, okay? Like background no repeat. Background size is gonna be cover. And background position, let's set that to center in X and Y direction. And now let's see the picture. So we have to apply a height and a width in order to see the picture, okay? So let's go ahead and give it a height of 100%. So here is the picture, and the width also 100%. This is not the one that matches with the text, but we're gonna do that using JavaScript soon, okay? Alright, now let's style our button, okay? Dot slider container and action, button, and button, okay? Let's set the position here to absolute, okay? And let's push the buttons over from the left 35%, okay? Put it right in the edge, okay? 35%. And let's break it down, okay, halfway with 50%, okay? So from the top 50% all the way down to here, okay, right in the middle. So top 50%. And one last thing here about the buttons. Let's have the Z index of 100. Alright guys, now let's position our buttons, okay, those ones in the middle, the two buttons. And let's start by select this one, the down button here, okay. What we're gonna do, we're gonna use transform, translate, X direction, and minus 100, okay. Now we have both of them side by side, but we want one to be a little bit higher, okay, the up. So let's use transform and translate in Y direction, minus 100%, okay. Alright, that's the position we was looking for. Of course, you can do the way you like the best, okay. After position our buttons, now we are gonna create them, okay? We're gonna shape them the way we want, okay? So let's grab the button and let's pick a background color, a white one. Second thing here, we're gonna get rid of the borders. We don't want any border at all. Let's pick a color, a grayish color, a, okay? Later on, we're gonna have a hover over this one. The cursor is going to be pointer. The user will know that he can click on it. And the font size, let's increase it a little bit to 16 pixels, okay? To make it bigger, let's give a padding of 15 pixels all the way around. Now let's grab the button here on hover. We are gonna change its color, okay? Let's change this one to 222, and let me show you. Oh yeah. Now we know that we are over this one. And we came across with another problem, as always, the outline, okay? Let me show you. If you click here, we have this ugly blue outline. So let's get rid of this one. It's quite simple. Outline none, and let me show you. Okay, now it's okay. One last thing we're gonna do about those buttons is we have to make these corners a little bit round, okay? Of course, you know, you're gonna be using some border radius, okay? In this case, it's gonna be on the top left radius of 5 pixels, alright, as you can see. And now let's grab the border bottom left, also 5 pixels. Much better effect, as you can see. Let's copy this one and apply the same or very similar to the button on the right, okay, the up button. So let me copy this one, paste here. Let's just change the name here, it's gonna be right, okay. And as you can see, our buttons are very nice. It was a nice job. As you can see, we have the page is beautiful, it's okay, but you have to add some functionality to it. And you're gonna do that right now using JavaScript and make those buttons working, alright? Okay, now jump right into JavaScript. Let's give some behavior to our page, give it some life, okay? Let's start by bringing in everything to the DOM, everything we need here, okay? The slide container. If you're not very familiar with JavaScript, we are gonna doing here is like create a node list, okay? A node list is something like an array. We can loop it through it, okay? Let's grab now the const slide left. If you don't remember, you can go back to our HTML and you're gonna see those classes, okay? We have the right slide and the left one. Let's have one more here, the up button, document query selector, and let's grab the up button, okay. Let's grab the second button, the down button, document query selector. We are grabbing the class of down button, okay, and bringing it to the DOM, all right. One more thing we're gonna do here, this one is gonna be a little different. We are gonna grab the slide's length, okay? We want all the divs in the right slide, the pictures, okay? So query select all divs length. The length, of course, you know, is 4. If I console.log this one, let me show you what you wanna grab here. 4, okay? We'll grab all the divs from the right slide, and as you can see, the number of them is 4. Now let's grab our active index and start that by 0, okay? Okay, now we want to make the left slide match with the picture. So let's take the left slide and apply style top, okay? And here let's use minus because we want that to goes up, okay? And let's grab the slide length -1, so you have the last one because you know the node list is 0 index based, and as you can see, you have the last one in here. As you can see here, we have our buttons, the up and down, but they are not working. In order to do that, we're going to use event listen, okay? You can come to this website, developer Mozilla, and learn about it. Basically, what you're going to do is you're going to take a button and add event list on click. And when the user click, something's going to happen. We're going to call the function change the slide. So let's comment here so you know what you're doing. Add event listen. It's quite simple. Add event listen to the buttons. Let's grab the first one, the up button. Let's add the event listen, as I told you before, on click. And what's gonna happen, we're gonna call this arrow function. I can't type today. Change the slide and this parameter here, up, okay? Let's do the same thing to the down button. So let's change it down here. And the parameter here is gonna be down, okay? So this is our event listen. As you can guess, the main goal of our JavaScript is change the slide, okay? So let's create that function and let's call that, guess what? Change the slide. So change the slide here. And here we're gonna pass in direction. And let's also create a variable is slider height, okay? The slider height, and let's assign that to the slider container and add the property client height. All right. By doing that, we're gonna grab the slider container height. Okay. Let me just show you. Let me console.log that slider height. And let me click on the button here, and as you can see, this is the height, okay? It's 491. So now we have that info, but we don't want just console that to the log. We want to use that on our project, okay? Okay, now let's use some logic here. If the direction is equals to up, okay, what is gonna happen is we are gonna increment our index that right now, whatever it is, right now it's 0, but we wanna increment that by 1, okay? So every time you push the button, we're gonna be increment that by 1. And now we want to tell what you want to happen once we hit the end, okay? If active slide is bigger than the slide's length -1, as you know is the last one, we want the active slide index to be back to 0, okay? Let me show you. Right now it's not working, but we fix that now. If I click here on the buttons, as you can see, nothing is working yet because we have to add transform style on the slides, okay, both of them. So let's start by adding that to the slider right, set style transform. In here is gonna be a translate. Of course, it's gonna be in the y direction, okay. And our expression here is gonna be negative because we want this to goes up, okay. So let's have inside this one our expression. Let me type here. Active slide index times slider height, wherever it is. As you remember, it is variable pixels, okay. So let me check it here. Yeah, it's working. Every time we click on this one, it calls the change slide function and make it goes up, okay. So now let's do the same to the slide left. Before we go to this slide left, let's fix that, because every time we click we go straight to the next slide. Let's add some transition and make it looks better, okay. Transition or transform .5 seconds is in out, okay. This to the left side, and let's apply the same to the right slide, okay. Let me look for it here. Okay, don't forget this part of the project and take a look. What a nice effect, okay. We have done a nice progress until now, but as you can see, we click on up and just one goes up, another one is not going down, okay. In order to do that, we have to add style transform also in the left slide, okay. So let's grab a slide left, and here is going to be positive because this is going to go up, okay. And let's give it a try. As you can see, they match and we have a nice effect here, fly eagle with the fly eagle text, okay. we are almost finished our project here, okay? Now is the time to make the left button working. So let's go back to our if statement, okay? Use some logic here. And let's have some, let me see. Let's have an else if, okay? Else if direction is equals to down, we want to decrement that by 1. So every time you click on the down button, we're gonna decrement the index by 1, okay? So by doing that, another thing we want to see if we are at the beginning, okay? So if active slide index is smaller than 0, we want that active slide index be assigned to the last one, okay? So it's slide dot left by 1. Let me see. Yeah, it's working. Now both of them are working. Let me show you. Okay, devs, I really hope you like it. If you like it, you know what to do. Subscribe and you also click the little bell so you get notified every time I post a new video. Bye and see you in the next video.